In this video, we want to help you understand how to create your story and borrow the stories of others. This means that you need to be committed to using the Synergy product or products that are going to best reflect your core marketing strategy. Either Pro-Arginine Plus to harness the power of nitric oxide therapy, or Synergy Worldwide's Microbiome product line to detox and reset your gut flora. Now, before we talk about how to implement your marketing strategy, we need to focus on how to create your story, as well as how to borrow other people's stories. Some would call this your testimonial. While this is important, we want you to start thinking about how you can effectively share your story or journey to improved health. Most of the rest of this video is taken from one of our Saturday morning live webinars. We've done this for two reasons. First, the information is excellent, and we created a PDF on page 9 of our Synergy Family Business Plan so that you have the exact steps that are discussed in this recorded presentation. Second, this helps you see the value of attending our Wednesday night and Saturday morning live webinars. They're designed to help you improve your skills in implementing marketing strategies that will acquire customers and attract business builders. Our live Wednesday night webinar is at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time and is exclusive to our Synergy family. Our live Saturday morning webinar is at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time and is open to all Synergy Worldwide team members. With that said, here's the edited recording with the first 5 minutes setting the stage for learning how to create your story. All right, I want to welcome everyone to our live Saturday morning presentation. And what I'm going to share with you today are goals that I've set for myself and are kind of what I promote to our Synergy family. It's the organization that we call ourselves. And if these goals resonate with you, great. Feel free to utilize them. If they stimulate you for other ideas and how you want to set your goals, that would be great. The key is having definable goals that challenge you to be able to grow your Synergy business in 2017. Now, on the next screen that I've just put up, this is our mission statement: blessing lives with better health as we build a vibrant network marketing business. And I put this up for a couple reasons. One, I review this every day. This is my motivation. This is why I do Synergy. It really has two parts to the mission statement because I look at what I do from a Synergy standpoint as a mission. It's more than just a job. It's more than just having a home-based business. It's really a mission, and that mission has two parts to it. And the first part is the most important part, and the first part is what creates the second part. It's blessing lives with better health as we build a vibrant network marketing business. And then the second half of this mission statement is a vibrant network marketing business. And there's two aspects to that. One, not being afraid to tell people that this is a network marketing business. All right? That when this is done in the proper way, this type of business provides the common person the opportunity to grow an extraordinary life. You don't have to have you don't have to have a lot of money to get involved in network marketing. You don't have to carry a lot of inventory to get in network marketing. You don't have, quote, people working for you, so you don't have to worry about payroll. You don't have all the overhead that a traditional business has. But you can operate like a real franchise, and you can operate it with low cost that gives you a great opportunity to be able to develop a business that networks with people through a marketing strategy, and you want to make it vibrant. You don't want it dull and boring. You want it vibrant. And what's the most vibrant thing that you can do? You can help other people improve their health, because that gives you a story that you can share with other people. And as you grow your Synergy business and create cash flow for yourself, you're also creating a vibrant business story. And we're going to talk about this as we go through today's presentation. Now, in the context of this, I wanted to have a project that goes well beyond myself. Now, I'm a firm believer that if you set goals just for yourself, that you'll let yourself off the hook. But if you set goals that hold you accountable to other people and have ability to create an impact, that will keep you motivated and will keep you fixed on the process of working towards achieving your goals. So the overall marketing strategy for our organization in 2017 is called the Million Lives Project. Our goal is to help 1 million people or more understand how they could effectively use nitric oxide therapy to significantly improve their overall health. Now, when you look at nitric oxide therapy, it addresses high blood pressure. It addresses diabetic complications. It addresses sexual and cognitive function issues. It addresses poor wound healing. It addresses things like cardiovascular disease. It addresses aspects like cholesterol concerns. Everything that has to do with the cardiovascular system, nitric oxide therapy applies. And so the Million Lives Project is to get this information into the hands of 1 million people or more. Now, I can't do that by myself. That means that I have to understand how to market to get my message out. And as other people decide to join me in Synergy Worldwide, help them have a passion for this Million Lives Project as their overall structure of what they're doing, to be able to get this information into the hands of all the people that they know. So to accomplish any of my goals, I must learn how to market. Now, that applies to me, and if you truly want to see your business goals accomplished in Synergy Worldwide, you've got to learn how it applies to you. Now, what's marketing? Marketing is letting people know what you're doing. That's pure and simple. That's all marketing is. That's any company that markets is all they're doing is letting you know what they do. Now, how it can effectively improve their health as it improves mine and others, that's learning how to share that information effectively. So to learn how to effectively market means that I've got to learn how to effectively share how my health is improved and how I'm improving the health of others through either nitric oxide therapy or the microbiome research. Again, notice I've not yet talked about Synergy products. I've not talked about ProArginine Plus. I've not talked about any of the products on the microbiome product line that Synergy is going to release. It's all about focusing on nitric oxide therapy and the microbiome and how that can improve people's cardiovascular health for nitric oxide therapy or overall health for the microbiome. And so this becomes a process of how you go about repositioning the information that you're sharing with people so that you can effectively create interest where they want more information on nitric oxide therapy, or they want more information on the microbiome so that they can see how that information would apply to them. And as you share your story about what nitric oxide therapy has done for you to improve your cardiovascular health, or what the microbiome, resetting your gut health has done for helping you improve your overall health, as you share your story and the story of how you've helped other people, naturally people are going to want to ask you, well, how did you do that? And then you can share with them the product line or the product that you're using, in this case, Synergy Worldwide. What happens when you do that type of marketing strategy is people do not feel like you're trying to sell them when you're sharing information about nitric oxide therapy or microbiome research and how it can improve their health. They see that as information that has helped you and could potentially help them, and then the information that you share with them, if it resonates with them, then they're wanting to go the next step. And they've sold themselves on wanting to apply this. How did you do it, Dan? I use ProArginine Plus. Here's the reasons why. One, it's the only L-arginine supplement actually recognized by the medical profession. It's been in the physician's desk reference for the last 3 years. It's the only clinically proven L-arginine supplement in the marketplace. And they use 262 verified quality assurance steps so that I know that every time I use the product or every time one of my customers use the product, they're always going to get the same excellent results, and Synergy guarantees it with a 120-day money-back guarantee. Now, I don't have notes in front of me, but those are the unique selling points for ProArginine Plus. I have them memorized. I've said them so often to people because they'll ask me on the phone or they'll ask me in person, well, why your product than any of the other ones that are in the marketplace? And in less than 60 to 75 seconds, I've clearly defined for them why this product as opposed to anything else. Now, that's, again, effectively letting people know what I'm doing in a way that allows them to see the value of the product line that I'm using and why I've chosen that and why I've chosen to use that with my clients. So this whole thing is called storytelling. It's learning how to be a storyteller, letting people see your journey and how it has helped them, or how it has helped you and how it's helped other people that you're working with. So what I did today is I've broken this down into 9 aspects. And we're going to go through this because this storytelling helps to clearly define your goals. And then if you understand those goals, it's just an aspect of repeating those goals based upon how large you want to grow your Synergy organization. So in storytelling, the first thing is to be a product of the product. Again, we hear this all the time in network marketing. You got to be a product of the product. Well, the reality is that's exactly what you need to do. Because for you to be able to share your story, not just your testimonial, but share your story, your journey, you need to be using whatever the product is that you want in your marketing strategy. So for me, I'm a firm believer in nitric oxide therapy. ProArginine Plus is the only product that I use to create nitric oxide. And so I'm a product of the product. People see me and they don't think that I'm in my 60s. All right? I see other people that are my age category and they look like, in many cases, they look like they're 60 or over. I don't. All right? I'm a product of the product. My cardiovascular health is phenomenal. And so I share your journey. And as you go through this process, if you have challenges, well, be honest with those challenges as well as the successes. So as you go through this, maybe you had initially when you started taking ProArginine Plus, you had loose stools and diarrhea. Well, that might be because you used too much of it. And as you learned how to use the right amount, that went away. And so I don't have that challenge anymore, but here's what I do feel. My energy is better. I sleep better at night. I wake up with energy. My blood pressure, for me, it's athletic performance. I had a person ask me yesterday, how long have you been using this product? Well, I've been using this product since 2008 when it first came on the marketplace. So I've got 8 years of personal experience with this product, plus I've got 8 years of helping other people. Now, I initially used that product for athletic performance. I used to play indoor soccer, and it made a huge difference in my ability to play at a high level without getting tired, but more importantly, the next day I didn't have soreness. So for my wife, she used ProArginine Plus, or in this case, Nitric Oxide Therapy, and it took her blood pressure from 160 over 90 to 112 over 68. And so again, it's sharing your challenges and your successes. Shared knowledge as it applies to nitric oxide therapy or microbiome. Create interest. Out of interest will come product users. Product users will create the CV for your Elite Honors program and cash flow for your Synergy business, which then creates your business story. The success in helping people and creating monthly cash flow to grow your home-based business, that's going to attract other business builders who have a passion for helping others improve their health and want a home-based business. And then you're going to help those business builders who join you to be Elite Honors qualified each month and earn the Go Elite bonus money. So let's break this down so you can see what this looks like. Now, in the first 5 aspects of learning how to storytell, be a product of the product. What does that mean? Be on a monthly auto ship. You'll get on the product that's going to help you and your family improve your health. That's your cost for doing your business. That's your monthly rent. Now, let me put your monthly rent in perspective. I used to own 3 health clubs here in Chicago. My largest facility was a 72,000 square foot facility, 7 indoor tennis courts, 15 racquetball courts, and a large health center with 3 different locker rooms and a bar with other amenities. Now, my monthly rent, because we didn't own the building, we owned the business, my monthly rent was $31,500 a month. My payroll was over $20,000 a month. That means that not counting payroll taxes or utilities, I had to produce over $50,000 of revenue every month just to break even. That's a lot of pressure. That means every day is important in creating revenue. What's my monthly auto ship today in my Synergy business? It's a Jumbo Jar Plus One, about $255. I take that every day over $50,000 in rent. And I write that off at the end of the year. So my monthly auto ship I write off as a business expense because it's what allows me to earn my revenue streams from Synergy worldwide. So adjust your monthly auto ship based upon the products that are going to help you and your family create your product story. Now, the next thing that you want to do is share your journey, challenges and successes. Learn how to use social media. In fact, we'll have a Saturday morning presentation, but basically that template is 10 items that you then continue to repeat. And depending upon how you want to run your social media campaign, where you share 10 items a day, which is pretty intensive, or you share 5 items a day, and then you repeat that, 5 today, 5 tomorrow, 5 the next day, 5, or you take your 10 items and you split that over a 5-day period where you're sharing 2 items a day. And what are those items? A quote, ask an opinion, share a picture, update what you're doing, share knowledge, remind people of your mission, share something funny, share a video, share someone's story, link to a Synergy product. There's a pattern that you can then repeat. Now, you're not going to repeat the same quote, you're not going to repeat the same opinion, you're not going to repeat the same picture, you're not going to repeat the same update, you're not going to repeat the same knowledge, you're not going to repeat the same reminder of your mission, and you're not going to repeat the same thing funny in the same video and the same person's story. As you grow your Synergy business, you'll have multiple stories to share. You'll come across, as you invest yourself in this process, you'll come across other videos. You'll come across other things that are funny. You'll find different ways of sharing your mission. You'll be able to ask different types of opinions, and you'll share other pictures. You'll have knowledge that you can share. And so this is a process that as you educate yourself and grow your story, you'll then share what's going on as those things change, as you've helped other people, but you share it in this pattern. And like I said, in 2017, we'll plan to have something like this in the month of January, where we can talk specific about how you can use social media like Facebook in a template to be able to create interest in what you're doing. Now, share your knowledge as it applies to nitric oxide therapy or the microbiome. So my suggestion to you is get the book No More Heart Disease if you want nitric oxide therapy and how it can apply to the cardiovascular system, and that's the marketing strategy that you want to go down the pathway. Then get Dr. Ignaro's book No More Heart Disease. There's other books that are out there. He has since written some other books, but this is still the best of every book I've ever seen on nitric oxide therapy. And then read it and become a student. And as you read things and things resonate with you, then don't be afraid to share that information on your social media platform. You share that knowledge on your social media platform. Hey, I just came across this statement from Dr. Ignaro, such and such and such. What a powerful statement. I've seen this personally, how it's applied to my life, or I've seen how this has affected one of my clients. Again, take the statement in a context that you can show social proof to, and you will begin to create interest in your social media platform for people wanting to know your journey. So you're not selling ProRGN Plus. You're sharing a journey of how nitric oxide therapy is benefiting your health and the health of other people, and the knowledge that you're learning, and you're sharing that knowledge with others. If you decide that you want to go down the microbiome, then even though Synergy doesn't have that microbiome product line yet launched, take the time now to get the microbiome solution and use that as your basic book of knowledge to understand this area of the microbiome. And if you want to do a pre-launch, you can say something to the effect on your social media platform, hey, I'm tired of having issues with my gut and the different situations that the abdominal distresses that I've been experiencing over the last year. So I've decided to educate myself in what's called the microbiome solution. And I'm not yet ready to implement it, but I am in the process of educating myself to see how I can use this information to help solve some of my digestive challenges. And as I go down this journey, I'll share with you some of the things that I learned from this book called The Microbiome Solution. So you can begin to educate yourself and begin to start your journey. And then when the microbiome solution does become available, you can say, I've learned enough. I understand this process enough to at least get started. There certainly is a lot more to this whole area than what I currently know, but I've found a product line that I think will fit to some of the core principles that I've learned. I'm going to try that product line, and I'll share my journey with you. Again, you don't bring up Synergy Worldwide. You don't talk about Synergy Worldwide. You just, in general, you're going to try a product line. And then as you go through this process, you share your journeys, your challenges and your successes as you implement that. Again, this all fits into this narrative, this storytelling narrative. And when you do it, and you do it effectively, I can guarantee you that people are going to start following you and want to know what's happening and how that's working, because they're experiencing the same issues that you're experiencing, and they want social proof that it's helped you before they're willing to go and take the challenge for themselves. Some people will act faster on that than others, but as you continue this process over 2017, you're going to create interest. Now, here's a very simple elevator speech. How often when you're in front of people, one of the most common things that people do to break the ice is, what do you do? What do you do for a living? What do you do? What do you know? Well, I'm part of the Million Lives Project, helping people understand how nitric oxide therapy can be a natural way to address most cardiovascular health concerns. Have you ever heard of nitric oxide therapy? Now that's less than 30 seconds. You know, put it into your speech pattern, put it in the way that you want to do it, but it's a very simple but very effective elevator speech. I'm part of the Million Lives Project. Oh, what's that? Helping people understand how nitric oxide therapy can be a natural way to address most cardiovascular health concerns. Have you ever heard of nitric oxide therapy? And when you come back with that question, that's going to be either a yes or a no. And if it's a yes, well, tell me what you know about nitric oxide therapy. Oh, that's fantastic. I bet you would love some of the information that I've found about nitric oxide therapy. Or, no, I've never heard of that. You haven't? This is 1998 Nobel Prize winning information. It always astounds me that here we are in 2017, and most people have never ever heard of this, yet it is the natural way that you can address high blood pressure, diabetic complications, cholesterol concerns, ED, and cognitive function issues. I mean, how many people do you know have those types of problems, cardiovascular issues going on in their life? See, that simple elevator speech allows you to have a conversation with that individual. And as you learn how to converse with that person in a storytelling manner, you're going to create an interest that where they want to get more information. And out of that interest will come product users. And what's the goal? 10 customers and then repeat. That is one of my core goals. My core goals is to create 10 customers and then repeat. 10 customers and then repeat. 10 customers and then repeat. And I can scale that for as large as I want to create my Synergy business. And I want a large Synergy business. Why do I want a large Synergy business? Because it goes back to my mission statement, blessing lives with better health. It's not blessing 10 lives with better health. It's not blessing 20 lives with better health. It's blessing lives with better health. Lives is as many people as what I can touch and help. And when I do that, the income follows. And when I do that and create a customer base, out of my customer base will become business builders. Some will be attracted because the product works for them. I've got a couple people this week that contacted me specifically because they're interested in the business, but they're interested in what nitric oxide therapy can do for them. And if it helps them, they want to be part of sharing this with other people. And some of them already see the picture of what this can do. So again, this is a process that as you do this and as you hone your skills of effective marketing, marketing is, again, letting people know what you're doing. Effective is learning how to improve your skills to do that more effectively so that it resonates with them, so that you can storytell, that you can communicate with them in a way that impacts them, that creates interest in their life because they can see how this could benefit them or a loved one. Now, as you learn storytelling, you're going to create product users. What do those product users do? They create your CV for being Elite Honors qualified, and it creates cash flow for your Synergy business. What it also does is it creates your business story. Your business story is not just about income. Your business story is about helping other people, as well as the monthly cash flow that you're creating to grow your home-based business. See, there's two parts to your business story, because you're going to want to resonate. If you're talking to a person who only wants money, well, there's so many other distractions that can occur because there's so many opportunities to make money. But if you're talking to a person who has a passion for wanting to improve their health and help other people improve their health, then your business story is going to resonate with them. And they'll be like-minded and want to replicate what you're doing so they can then do the same thing. Success in helping people improve their health, as well as in that process of creating your customer base, you create monthly cash flow. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. So here in North America, the new Elite Honors qualifications for 2017, and we'll go in a little bit more depth and detail on this in a separate webinar, but basically there's 3 levels now to the Elite Honors program. 720 CV, 1320 CV, and 2520 CV on your Tracking Center 1. So you have to be personally qualified, which means that you have to have 120 CV on your Tracking Center 1 for us here in the United States, or 100 CV up in Canada. And then you need 600 CV above that, or 1200 CV above that, or 2400 CV above that. So in the United States, what does that mean on your Tracking Center 1? 720, 1320, 2520, and for up in Canada, just take the 20 out of it, and it's 700, 1300, and 2500. And where does that come from? Well, that comes from your monthly auto ship, comes from personal orders over and above your monthly auto ship that you've placed on your Tracking Center 1, comes from your preferred customers who are ordering product because their product orders are tracked to your Tracking Center 1. And it also comes from new distributors that you bring into Synergy worldwide. Their activation volume, CV, is tied then to your Tracking Center 1 as part of the Elite Honors qualification. Now, what's the goal? 10 customers, then repeat. 10 customers, then repeat. What's my sub-goal to that? My goal is to get enough customers so that every month I have at least 10 customer orders or more. Now, why do I want that? Because I want that to make sure that I am Elite Honors qualified, at least for the 2nd level, and in striking distance to the 3rd level, and it creates cash flow. See, yesterday I had a client from Canada called me. First name is Brian. Brian could order on his own, but he likes to call me. And so we spent 10 minutes talking. He's been a phenomenal ambassador for ProArginine Plus. It's made a huge difference in his life, and ProArginine Plus has been phenomenal in helping him. And so he's just one of my customers, one of my preferred customers. So I spent 10 minutes talking with him. Then I 3-wayed him in the Synergy worldwide, and he got 7 canisters of ProArginine Plus, plus he had enough reward points to get a free canister. So he bought 7 and got 8. And he's a happy product user. and he shares his product with other people. So he orders almost every month or every other month. Now, what does he represent to me? That's 170 CV of volume and $42.50 in elite rebates. And yesterday I spent about 20 minutes with him on the phone. I don't mind spending 20 minutes on a phone with one of my preferred customers when they're going to generate for me $42.50 in that 20 minutes of conversation. And if you build your customer base to the point where you've got 10 customers that are ordering every month, so I've got other customers that, one, I don't know. They've found me through whatever means, most likely through my YouTube videos called Synergy Worldwide, wanted to get Pro Action Plus. Synergy asked them, well, how did you learn about it? Well, I saw one of Dan Hammer's videos. Okay, we'll put you in Dan Hammer's, credit this to Dan Hammer. And so I've got people I don't know that order. And then I've got people that I do know that I initially work with them. They've got great experience on the product, and now they order on their own. And I don't have to do anything for those orders. They do it on their own. And then I've got a couple clients that text me, hey, Dan, I'm out of product. Will you set up my next shipment? So I've got their information in front of me in my paperwork system. And so I just call Synergy and I get their order placed for them, and maybe that's about 5 minutes worth of work, and I earn $42.50 for that. My point is, get to the point where you have enough customers, 10 customers, then repeat, 10 customers, then repeat, so that you have at least a baseline every month of 10 preferred customer orders every month. That generates 1,700 CV of volume, and if you're on your monthly auto ship for 120, that's 1,820 in CV attached to your Tracking Center 1. You're at that third level of the elite program, and you'll have $42.50 times 10, so that's creating for yourself $425 in cash flow. That's a business story. There's a lot of people that work part-time and don't pull home $425 in the month that they're doing part-time. Here they can be doing that and doing it in an area of passion and having a value of their business, not to take away from anyone that does any kind of waitressing, because that's an important job. The more that they serve their customer, the better their tips will be. But that might not be their passion. They do that because the tips and what they can earn from a revenue standpoint. Well, here, if that person was passionate about health, they could be doing the same thing and creating monthly cash flow. And you can scale this. We'll come to this in just a second. But you can scale this based upon how large you want to grow your Synergy business and how much cash flow you want to create to your customer base. So in this process, you'll start attracting business builders. Out of your customer base that you're creating, you'll attract business builders. And out of other people who are interested in a home-based business in the area of health, you'll have a story that you can share with them. Your journey of how you've learned how to effectively market, and that you can teach them how to do the same thing, to replicate and duplicate exactly what you've been doing with them. You can teach them how to replicate that with other people that they come in contact with, and help them harness the passion that they have for helping people improve their health and create a vibrant home-based business. And so your goal is to help 2 or more of those people that you've personally sponsored to be Elite Honors qualified, so that you can earn the Go Elite bonus money every month, which for 2017, starting in January, will be just 1 level. If you're personally qualified, if you're Elite Honors qualified for the month, and 2 or more of your personally sponsored team members are also Elite Honors qualified for the month, your bonus money is $200. So you need to have at least 2. And that should be your primary goal. Work with 2 people that you personally sponsored and help them in this journey to understand how to properly set their goals, how to increase their skill levels, so that they can have their customer base that allows them to be Elite Honors qualified to create the cash flow for their Synergy business. And you want to then teach them to replicate that with people that they bring into the Synergy business, as you're replicating that with the people that you bring into the Synergy business, and first shooting for 2, so that you can have that extra $200 that when you add to your 10 customers that are ordering, brings your monthly income to a minimum of $600 and some on a monthly basis. And we haven't even factored anything with regards to basic commissions on your downline organization. We haven't factored in any mega matches off of people that you personally sponsored. So you're looking at a minimum of income as opposed to what it could potentially be. Now, everything that I've shared with you just boils down to what I call stacking your two primary goals. Learn how to stack your two primary goals. What are the two primary goals? 10 customers, then repeat. 10 customers, then repeat. 10 customers, then repeat. Your second primary goal, 2 business builders who are Elite Honors qualified, then repeat. 2 business builders who are Elite Honors qualified, then repeat. 2 business builders who are Elite Honors qualified, then repeat. And you scale this to your desired income. So if your desired income is just $1,000 a month in income from Synergy Worldwide, then if you do the first goal of 10 customers, then repeat until you get to the point where you've got 10 customers ordering on a monthly basis, and you've got 2 business builders who are in your organization who are Elite Honors qualified, then you'll be very close to that $1,000 a month in income, because as they repeat this process for themselves personally, they'll then create for themselves enough customers to earn, to have their 10 customer orders per month, and they'll have their 2 business builders, one on their left ideally and one on their right, where they're earning their $200 in bonus money. And if you've got one on left and one on the right, that's organizational volume. That organizational volume creates for you basic commission, and because you personally sponsored them, as they repeat that with their 2 business builders, who then repeat that with people that they bring into their synergy business, that increases their basic commissions, which you then mega match off of. So you'll see that continue to grow from $1,000 a month in income to even more. And then if you want to scale this where you want $5,000, $10,000 a month in income, then it's these 2 primary goals, continuously repeating them over time to grow a large enough organization where you see that income stream develop for you. Because you've got one, you're sponsoring people on both your left side and your right side so that both sides of your organization are growing. This is a core. These are your core business goals. And then the other stuff is all designed to keep you motivated and help you improve your skill level so that as you market, you become much more effective in marketing, letting people know what you do and how it can benefit them through nitric oxide therapy or microbiome for improved gut health. And that will then if you learn how to do this, you're going to see massive growth in 2017 for your synergy business. Do I have any questions on anything that I've shared with you so far? Now that's an example of one of our Saturday morning live presentations, and the process of borrowing the stories of others is very similar to how you share your story. Again, in the beginning, no mention of any of the Synergy products. Share everything in the context of either nitric oxide therapy or the microbiome. For example, I'm working with a couple that have had fantastic results with ProArginine Plus, and I'm helping them understand that they will have greater success in growing their synergy business when they lead with their story or journey as it applies to nitric oxide therapy. For the wife, she has seen tremendous improvements in her blood pressure. For the husband, it was for prevention. Here's a very brief example on how to share their story in the context of nitric oxide therapy to create interest. Let's say you're talking to someone with high blood pressure and or a family history of heart disease.
That reminds me of a couple that I'm working with who have applied nitric oxide therapy to address their health concerns. For the wife, it was high blood pressure. As she learned how to nourish the lining of her cardiovascular system with the right ingredients to properly produce nitric oxide, the result was her high blood pressure returning to normal. Her husband saw this from a prevention standpoint, how he could be supportive to his wife and at the same time take the needed steps to use nitric oxide therapy to keep his endothelium healthy, to reduce his risks for cardiovascular disease. If this Nobel Prize winning information is of interest to you, then please let me know and I can email you a fantastic ebook on nitric oxide therapy. Is that something you would like me to do? I shared a story to create interest and asked a question to create a call to action. A story to create interest, a question to create a call to action. Effective marketing through storytelling is a key business skill. If you get this in place, then you'll have a firm foundation on which to build your marketing program, one that will acquire customers to create cash flow, one that will attract business builders to create residual income. If you have additional questions, then please talk with the person who showed you this information. They can help answer your questions. If they're not available or you need additional help and you're a part of our Synergy family, then please contact Dan Hammer at 1-800-966-3012. Remember, our Synergy family's mission statement is blessing lives with better health as we build a vibrant network marketing business.